You might have seen the previous episode that was called this and been like, wait, what? It's now longer or shorter? Is it changed? I don't know what you think it is. Hi, hello, and welcome back to the What is K-Pop podcast, where in which we talk all things K-pop. Would you ever believe that? Probably you wouldn't. So the reason why I'm saying this is because for whatever reason, Spotify for Creators, that's what it's called, decided to have a flip out, basically. And it won't tell me how many views I have, right? I'm still getting the views and the data. That's mostly what I care about, the data from YouTube, thank God. Otherwise, I think I would have had an absolute flip out. So I'm like, what? Like, I'm just thinking, what do you guys want from me? What do you want me to talk about? And if I don't know, then I can't tell you. Like, I can't make those videos. You know? Yeah, you kind of see where I'm a bit confused by that. I don't know. I'm also trying to figure out how to get it off of YouTube, but I don't know how to do that because I didn't upload it because I kind of forgot that it was already up. But yeah, so hopefully I don't forget to delete that later on. Also, I was just in the pool, which sounds so much like more dramatic than it actually is. We have a hot tub, and we've had a hot tub for, I want to say, like a good 10 or so years. 10, 12 years. And we recently got a new one, like about a year or so ago. We got like a smaller one. That one broke, so we got a new one, which is really, really nice. And like I was just in there and I was like, I don't know what to talk about or what to think about, so I'm just gonna like talk about inappropriate songs. But I was like, actually no. And then I happened to like look on tripleS because I was like, oh, I want to see if they've like announced any more for the universe member. I can't speak any more about the universe members. And you know what the bloody well did? They did announce more members. So now my episode that went up today is a little bit out of date. So, me being the good podcaster I am, we are going to talk about it again. And, like, bring you back up to date, I guess, on what is going on with tripleS, right? Because it's been like, I think I worked it out to being about 15 since I last talked about them, which, you know, isn't awful, but it also isn't something that I want to happen again if I can help it. If new events do occur, like a new Grand Gravity, a new subunit, like members leaving or stuff, I want to be able to talk about it more regularly. So whatever kind of comes out from tripleS, there will be like a little video or podcast episode dedicated to that. Perhaps because I really want to get into tripleS because they have like a substantial discography now, and obviously there's 24 members. There's a lot more of a chance to find someone that you perhaps like, music that you like, and I want to kind of talk about I don't know how to explain it. It's a lot more complex than NCT is. And I actually did talk about them in the previous episode, and I want to kind of perhaps become the person that you come to like have tripleS explained. I don't know. Yeah. So actually, wait 1 second. I just really wanted to quickly talk about. I guess I'm like considered a K-tuber, K-podcaster. I'm on YouTube, so technically K-tuber. Chu Jimmy is another YouTuber who does like really small videos, and I guess like he uploads quite regularly. So I kind of hope that perhaps this might be like a little, like these episodes are a little bit more smaller instead of like a 20-minute conversation about like a certain discography or something. I don't know. We're trying new things. We're literally throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, you know? Also, Side tangent from the pool situation. The sky was really dark when I went out, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun," you know. I might like not, make. I might like get hurt. I don't want to say it, but like I might be pew-pewed by some lightning. That's fun. Just because, like, in case like the clouds were stormy. But no, nothing happened. I was watching them pretty much the whole time I was in there. And I strategically put on the jets. Just, oh my god, it makes us sound really rich. So I strategically put on the jets to drown out any potential. Don't do that. Don't do that, kids. If any kids are listening to this, first of all, why aren't you in school? And second of all, dear God, why? Why are you listening to this? Anyway, enough distraction. tripleS. They're a 24-member girl group under Mudhouse. They were introduced beginning in May 2022 to May 2024. So, and they technically made their official tripleS debut on the 13th of February 2023 with, I believe it was 16 members. I think. Don't quote me on that. I am trying to have a look. Wait, no. No. Assemble, that's what it's called. Oh shit, yeah, Assemble. And then it was Assemble 24. Stop this, I write down the discography so I can talk about it. Oh dear. Yeah. Oops. So it's actually 10 members. Yeah, that was a mistake. Oh well. So they technically debuted with only 10 members on the 13th of February 2023, winning out by Assemble, and then made their full 24-member debut on the 9th. I am guessing the 8th of May 2024. So that's why it's like Assemble 24. I kind of thought it was to do with the actual member amount, but I guess not. I need to stop being distracted. So the group consists of, and good luck with this, Yuyeon, Mayu, Shinwi, Nakyun, Sohyun, Dahyun, Neon, Suyeon, Jiyeon, Kotone, Cheon, Yubin, Jiwoo, Kaede, Shion, Lin, Sulin, Herin, Chaewon, Hayeon, Sumin, Youngji, Jubin, and Seoa. And their fandom is UAV. I keep on wanting to be like UAVE. You know that song from IVE? I love that. That's actually, I think, one of my favourite, ever songs from them. It's just so good. I love how I'm getting ads for Wi-Fi boosters now. Honestly, I love it whenever, my dad talks about things in front of my laptop. If you can't tell, I'm being sarcastic. But I'm like, I hate it because then I get ads for it, and I'm like, I don't want it. But I can't say that because I respect my life too much. I'm joking. If I can find, I'm on the tripleS actual Wikipedia page, hoping that makes it more up to date. But I'm thinking no. Sweet Lady of Jesus, please stop being annoying. Also, I'm so sorry to any religious people that listen to my podcast and why do you keep on saying those things? I've said them all my life. Anyway, Acid Angels of Asia, the first subunit had Heron, Yuyeon, Nakyun, and Yubin in it, plus Crystal Eyes, Soyeon, Jiwoo, Cheon, Sumin. Acid Eyes was Soyeon, Heron, Jiwoo, Cheon, Yuyeon, Sumin, Nakyun, and Yubin. Love Lution was Soyeon, Heron, Yubin, Kaede, Dahyun, Neon, Sohyun, Shinwi. Evolution was Jiwoo, Cheon, Yuyeon, Sumin, Nakyun, Kotone, Yeonji, and Mayu. NTX was Lin, Jubin, Hayeon, and Shion. Aria was Jiwoo, Cheon, Kaede, Dahyun, and Neon. Glow was Chaewon, Sulin, Soa, and Jiyeon. Visionary Vision was Heron, Yuyeon, Nakyun, Yubin, Kaede, Kotone, Yeonji, Neon, Sohyun, Shinwi, Lin, and Jiyeon. Hachi was Jiwoo, Cheon, Sumin, Yuyeon, Kotone, Mayu, Shion, and Chaewon. Alfie was Yuyeon, Kotone, Neon, Lin, Hayeon, Shion, Chaewon, and Jiyeon. Moon is currently Kaede, Sohyun, Lin, Shion, Sulin, and Jiyeon. Sun is Herin, Jubin, and Hayeon. So that is currently the last four, so Moon through Zenith, are the universe subunits. Woo! And each of the subunits is going to have 6 members in it, and there's obviously like 4 like subunits, so it's going to be like all 24 members are also a part of MSNZ. I don't know. Do I look like I know? I don't. I don't look like I know nothing. I'm stupid. So the 31st gravity called MSNZ Grand Gravity. So this is a part. This is a part like about the universe thing. If you're curious, it was officially announced on the 3rd of September 2025 in Signal 722, and it was held, and it's going to be held between the 4th and the 21st of September. This is going out later today, so it is still going on. If you do want to vote, feel free to. I'm not going to directly tell you to do it, but actually, no, you can't. Sorry, I lied. The gravity is being split into 2, with the first bit being the 4th of September to the 9th, so obviously that finished today, and then 10-day break between the 19th and the 21st. So if you do want to vote in the grand gravity, do it on the 19th, where you can choose. I want to say the last member, but I don't remember. It could be. I don't know, bro, I don't know. So 4 dimensions, known as, obviously, that's the subunits, will be formed, and each dimension exists in their own as an individual team, and each dimension will have its own schedule. Those are called, obviously, Moon, Sun, Neptune, and Zenith. These dimensions are known collectively as tripleS universe. Each unit will consist of 6 members, and so far, but the leaders so far have. Why am I saying so? My brain's confused. The leaders are Sulin, Shinwi, Suryon, and Hyun of Moon, Sun, Neptune, and Zenith, respectively, by, I guess, the company's decision, or the members, I don't know. And all the members, except from the leaders of Dimension, are voted by fans across the world using the Cosmo app. I used to have the Cosmo app, actually. The Como app, whatever you want to call it, on my old phone, my iPhone. Then I just never re-downloaded it. I probably should do that. I don't know, I just kind of felt it was weird, if I am going to be honest. Like, it just didn't seem terribly fun when, like, things aren't going on in, like, tripleS. tripleS land. And I feel like, if you're going to consume tripleS content, I do have, oh my god, I have it uploaded. I guess I must have. I do have it, I just forgot. Oh, it's because I needed to log in. That probably is why. We'll figure that out later. Okay. So in the first part of the Grand Gravity, which was spanning for 5 days, the waves only selected one of the members for each dimension, and then once the pair of members with the most votes are decided, they will be excluded from the votes pot the next day. So 5. If it was 5 members, then what? Okay, I'm sure it makes sense. Okay, so in the first, like, I don't get it. So in Moon, it's Solon, Jiyeon, Sohyun, Kaede, Shion, and Lin. And it's Shinwi, Yuyeon, Mayu, Chaewon, Cheon, Rin. I did say all this before, but we'll just go through it again. And then Soyeon, Dahyun, Nakhyun, so that's 3. Neon, 4. Katone, 5. So 6. 6, 12, 18. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Like, why is he doing this? I said it in the other one. But, like, why are they pitting the members against each other in, like, a terms of a popularity contest? Zenith has Hyeon, Yeonji, Jiwoo, Yubin, Jubin, and Sumin, by the way. So, like, I'm just thinking of, from, like, a psychological standpoint, and like just thinking about mental health and stuff. And if I was being pitted against 23 other girls for the opportunity to be in certain subunits that were working with certain members, I don't really think I would have much confidence in myself to be selected into the subunits that I want to be, you know? Like, I'm not exactly the most versed in being able to advocate for myself for anything. I've always been like it. And I know, like, from like school, for example, because you know that's the most relevant time I've ever kind of gone through this stuff. I only was ever the leader like once or twice for a group, and I hated it. You know, like I always wanted to ensure that like the group had people that I knew would work well together and would actually do work instead of just like choosing people that perhaps I liked the most, you know? And whenever I was like chosen for groups, I was always kind of chosen last if I'm going to be honest. And particularly in primary school, I was the type of person that just wouldn't do anything, but not because I didn't want to do it, I did. It's just that no one really trusted me to do anything. Like, I wasn't really given a job. And because I was too scared to ask for a job, it often meant that when, like, you know, when the teacher would come around and be like, "What you guys doing?" I'd have to pretend to be doing something. And I can't really imagine that the idea of trying to like market yourself to be the best person for a job is good for these girls. And obviously I know that a lot of them do have that confidence to be able to do it because otherwise they wouldn't be idols. I'm just thinking of, you know, when they have those mental struggles, they're like, they might be less inclined to want to talk to waves and be like, "Oh my god, like I wanna work on this song. Please vote for me, yeah. Like let's do it." Like, you're not going to want to do it if you are feeling anxious or something. And if you're not that like talkative, which admittedly I'm not really that much of a like a I don't really like to make too much of a scene or like bring attention to myself despite like, you know, this podcast. I don't think I would be like if I was to work in tripleS, if I was to be a member of tripleS, I don't think that I would be in any subunits that weren't assigned from Mod House themselves. Like, we've even seen it happen, you know, with one of the members, I cannot remember for the life of me who it was, said to their fans, like, "Oh, I really want to be," I think it was Soyeon. She really wanted to be in Visionary Vision, so she, like, messaged fans on the Cosmo app and was like, "Guys, like, I really want to be in this group, like, vote for me." And I don't know who it was. One of the other members was like, "Oh, I really want to be in this group as well," but they weren't getting votes. And it's like, why? Why are we letting it happen? Just as like a a question, like a genuine question. Why are we letting these people make these decisions? Like, people that we don't know make these decisions. It wasn't Soyeon because she's not listed here. It was one of them. Because like Visionary Vision is meant to be like a dance focused unit. It's like, why don't why don't Mod House like make the subunits themselves? You know, because if you don't know, you have to submit like trademarks for each of the names. So like Acid Angel from Asia, Lovolution, Zenith, Acid Eyes, NTX. All of those like names have to be trademarked or yeah, anyway, they have to kind of be registered and stuff for them to be able to use it and for it to be official, and then no one can take it and say that that's actually their name. Like, you have to do the good old legal stuff, otherwise it's just not gonna work. And I'm kind of concerned, I'm not gonna lie, that perhaps there are gonna be some members who only ever be in subunits that are made by the company. Like, we even know that some of them are. Like, I think it was. Dear God, this is a hard down the old brain. This is. It was Gully Pop youngest member. Glow, wasn't it? Soa. She is 15. What was I doing at 15? I was panicking. Like, why is she an idol? Not saying it's like a bad, like, I'm not saying like why is she an idol, she's bad. I'm saying it like, why on earth is she an idol? Like, why? How? I'm not doing anything with myself, with my life and all that good stuff. She's only in Glow, and she in one of the university things. I'm really tired now. After being in the pool, dear me. What am I gonna do with myself? Members. Let's have a look. So yeah, so she's in Glow and she's in what's blue? Neptune. Like, that's 2 units, right? And it was Sullen too. She's only in I can do it. In Moon. And luckily she's a subunit. Oh yeah, no, and Jubin, she's in it's purple. NTX and Zenith. It really took me a hot second to like do that maths. Yeah, so like how do those girls feel like not being utilized that much? Because you also have to take into consideration like the work that goes into making these albums. Like, they're doing stuff, they're working, they are literally doing the action of idol. And when they're not promoting, it's like, well, what do you do? What do you do? And I assume that Soa goes to school. Unless she doesn't. And in that case, I have questions. Also, Heron, Yuyeon, I think it is, Hayade, Yeonji, and Sohyun, I think that says, are like on hiatus? Is that like a thing that we know about? Are they like good? I don't know. I hope they are alright. If they are in hiatus, I don't know. But yeah. I don't know if this episode's any good. I'm just gonna upload it. But yeah, thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.